All right, everybody, you know I love walking Origins, and I like to find new people and exciting games that they're sitting here and they're demoing, and I found alt mode games. Never heard of you guys before, but I tell you what, I just sat down and played a game, and I had an awful lot of fun. I am here with Angel. Angel, describe a little bit about your game. Now, let's take a look at the box real quick. This is the King's Men, and this is a card game. We got it all set up here, and we just finished a game where Angel barely squeaked out a victory on me. Give us a little history. What's this game about?
So the King's Men, in this game, the king is dying, and we are all noblemen, and we're trying to prove our worth to him through prestige points to show him who should win, to ascend to the throne when he dies. So with these cards right here, we can go on quests, we have assets to help you build up your commerce and your army, we have perils that are threats to the kingdom, and it's a very co-op-y game, but it's very take that also, so you mess with your friends a lot.
Yeah, we mess with each other a lot.
It was a very close game.
So let's go kind of through a little bit of a round and kind of show how this game would work.
Right.
So what we did right off the bat, we've got our little cheat card here that tells us exactly how it works. We have a setup phase. So there is a pool of knights here. The red knight is your worst knight. The yellow knight is kind of like your mediocre knight. The green knight is your fabulous knight. You want green knights if you can. So what you're going to do right at the start, you're going to get 2 red, 1 yellow, and 1 green, and you're going to add them to your pool. So Angel would get all of those just like that. Then she would get to draw 2 cards off of the Kingdom deck, right?
Yes.
And she would require 1 gold. Now this is kind of important because you're going to be able to do special things with the gold. Now, Angel, what would you do?
Alright, so 1 gold, you can promote 1 knight from either red to yellow or yellow to green. 2 gold, you can buy an extra red knight, and 3 gold, you can buy an extra kingdom card.
So let's go over that one more time. So if I wanted to, I can make him a yellow for 1 gold. I can make him a green for 1 gold, or if I wanted to for 2 gold, I can make him a green. 1 gold also buys me an additional card. These cards are so important. You really need cards.
Yes.
Otherwise, your opponent gets away with so much.
And you can mess with your opponent so much with these kingdom cards. It's really funny.
Okay,
Yes.
now what do we do next?
Alright, so once you have your dice, you can always add more through your intrigue phase. But right now you can declare your attack. And then so after you declare your attack, you would play your intrigue cards. And then your opponent can play intrigue cards against you.
She plays this and she says, okay, I like this caravan. You know, it has a 2 defense. Now, what's neat about what they did here is just in case if you do have problems with color blindness, they have created a little icon up here that tells you what type of cards that they are. Monster cards, these are cards, they're treasure cards. These are going to be money cards. And if it's blank like this, typically this is a card that's just going to give you victory points and gold immediately when you defeat them, but you're not going to get any necessarily benefit at the start of your turn, if that makes sense, okay? So these cards, as you acquire them, or if you do successfully obtain, they will go in front of you and they stay there. And whoever gets the 12, if I remember correctly, in a normal game, it'd be 12 victory points, instantly
11,
wins.
yes,
11,
yes.
thank you. Okay, so she declare what she is going to do, and she places her cards, or her dice there. Now, she could have, if she wanted to, kept a couple of back and said, I'm only going to go for this right now. And then if she wanted to, she could go for that afterwards, after we resolved all this. But right now, we're going to say all 4 of these are right here. If she wanted to, she could play a card out of her hand to try to possibly enhance her abilities. Possibly she could get more knights to add to the fight. She could do all kinds of things. So what do you have?
Yes, so I have a queen, so I can promote one of my red knights to a green.
And remember,
draw
green
another
are
card.
the best. And she
Green
was
are
able to
the
draw a
best.
card as well. And then this goes to the discard pile. And now I could play a card. And if she wanted to, she could play another one if she wanted
Yes,
to, immediately.
I do not, anything.
So what I could do is I look through and I kind of see what I got. And I say, okay, well, I tell you what, why don't we just remove 1 knight? So she just promoted this to a green? Yeah, well, we'll just take him away. So you're just not even going to have him at all. So now I've just decreased her ability to try to hope, possibly get this card. So she can now play an additional card if she wanted to.
Yes, and I would choose not to. And
So
then,
now what we do is we would go into the actual gambit phase. This is where, kind of like, you guys know Champions of Midgard, how that plays, where you're going to claim, I'm going to go after this monster. I don't know if I can get him, but I'm going to darn well try or die trying. That's what these knights are doing. They're going to go and they're going to see if they can get enough successes to match or exceed the 2 values. So go ahead and roll, Angel.
And I got 2 successes and a draw.
Okay, so this we won't worry about at the moment, but she does at the moment have enough successes. Now, what she's going to do, she's like, I'm happy with that. I ain't going to play a card until I see what you play, right?
Yes.
Right. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to say, now I could have possibly have done that before. I'm going to do this right here. Trader, subtract 1 success. So I'm going to say, nope, you only got 1 success.
Right, and then I can play king to add 2 more successes.
So now she's back up to 3 successes. So at this point, if I wanted to, I could waste cards. I would not. I would pass. That means she has successfully acquired this card. And it would now go in front of her. And if you notice, what did it say down at the bottom?
I would, at the start of my turn, I would collect 1 gold.
So at the start of her next turn, she would acquire extra gold. Gold is very important. That helps you upgrade your knights. It helps you draw more cards. Very, very important. Now that she was done with all that and all her dice have been used, it would go to my turn, and I would then take my dice, and I would do the same thing. I would collect 1 gold. I would get 2 cards. I would get my knights, and then I would declare what I'm going to do, and then she could play cards to combat me. These cards all stay in front of you. This tells you how many victory points you need to be able to win the game. Whoever gets to 11 victory points in the normal game, in our game it was only 6 because of the demo, but whoever gets to 11 points first wins the game. Now you had spoken about something about how monsters can actually attack the kingdom though. How does that work?
Yes. Alright, so at the end of your turn, the event track moves down, and this card is usually discarded. But if the peril is right here, he goes on top of the kingdom deck, and we can't draw any cards until he's killed. And if 2 perils reach the top of the kingdom deck, then the kingdom will fall and the game is over.
And then you just tally up victory points, or does everybody lose?
No, but everybody loses.
Oh,
Yes.
so that could be a way to sabotage
Yes.
whoever's winning then. Awesome. Well, Angel, you did a great job. I appreciate your time. Now, you can find this game online, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And there is the email address right there that you could check out. This game is called The Kingsmen. And I tell you what, guys, this is a nice little gem I found here at Origins. Check her out.